Today I'm going to talk some about the Hawaii Dementia Prevention Trial. I have it abbreviated here as Adept. It was a trial that I designed and we ran, and it was designed to see, can we stop dementia from progressing? But that's not really what we found. What we found was by using a multitude of different things, we actually managed to reverse dementia. Now, it was very beginning dementia, and these things won't work as well with more moderate or advanced cases of dementia. However, still good to give a try because they're all healthy and they're all safe. So I'll show you the larger team involved in this. Was quite a production to get a clinical trial going. On the last screen, I have my book, Nutrients for Memory, that lets you know how you can do everything that we did in the trial. There's no secrets, there's no charge. The book is under $10 on my website. On this screen, you can see that we wrote a paper on it. I was lead author of the paper, of course, and the paper outlines in more technical terms how we ran our trial. And that is in the journal Brain Sciences, published in 2019. So I ran the trial, I'm the lead author, so I hope that I can enlighten you on what we did and even a little bit more from a recent research. My website's drsteveblake.com. Please feel free to visit it if you need more information than I can give you in this talk. I got a wonderful introduction, and you know about my many publications. I guess I won't go over them right now. I am giving a talk on April 10th for Real Truth About Health on Diabetes Breakthrough, the Key to Insulin Resistance. So that's the top left book on your screen. And you might want to tune in there if you have questions about diabetes and some new information so that we can actually reverse this problem instead of just managing it with drugs and letting it continue and get worse and worse. Dementia can be broken up into many types. And I work at the Maui Memory Clinic with our director, Dr. Thomas Harding, who's an excellent neuropsychologist. And the people that we see there seem to all have mixed dementia. By mixed, I mean it's not just Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's plaques and tau tangles, but it's also a lot about vascular dementia, which has to do with how the blood vessels supply the brain with needed oxygen, glucose, and all the nutrients that our brain needs. These blood vessels, as you know, are often clogged in Americans, leading to heart attacks and strokes. And multiple tiny strokes add up to vascular dementia. The two blue and the yellow wedge in this chart of dementias all involve vascular dementia. The big pink one is Alzheimer's disease, but my information is that also vascular dementia contributes to vascular disease, and I'll be telling you a lot more about how that happens. The differences between normal aging and dementia. In normal aging, yes, we can start being a little bit forgetful. We can keep a note, a list of things to do or a list of things to buy, and they're helpful. But when you start getting into dementia, the lists don't help. You either forget the list at home or forget to look at it at the store. The real key to dementia itself, the definition is that you need help in managing your own care and your activities of daily living. And it would be great if people didn't need that help, because it is a real burden on caregivers, whether they be family or professional caregivers. It'd be really great to not have that happen. So in our study, as you can see on the graph on the left, the conversion rate from mild cognitive impairment. Now, if you haven't heard of mild cognitive impairment, abbreviated MCI, this is between normal aging and dementia. And it really spans a pretty broad area, because people just entering MCI are almost normal. And people at the end of MCI and entering dementia, they're really not remembering things very well at all. So this mild cognitive impairment is an area that it seems that over time, people with mild cognitive impairment, about 11% of them do progress on to get dementia. So what we did in our trial is we aimed for mild cognitive impairment, which in this testing system would be between 20 and 25. You can see the word mild cognitive impairment on the graph there. By the time we got everyone signed up and the study started, it actually slipped to 19 as an average for the memory and thinking score. So just below mild cognitive impairment and the very beginning of dementia. But look what happened. After 3 months, went up into the normal range, stayed in the normal range until 9 months later, when it was 29 out of 30, which is fine. So it may be possible, and it was possible for these people to do this, and it may be possible for you. I'm not making any promises, but I am going to give you what we did, and here it is. No secrets here at all. We did a cup of berries daily. How many of you can handle a cup of berries daily? We used blueberries, strawberries, or red grapes, a cup a day. The red grapes are cheaper and easier to eat. The blueberries are perhaps the very best for your brain because of the anthocyanins. We use walnuts and sunflower seeds, an ounce of each, ground up every day. And this is the supply for walnuts, the gamma tocopherol form of vitamin E, and for sunflower seeds, the alpha tocopherol form of vitamin E. We also changed cooking methods, and I'll be telling you a little more about what we did, changing cooking methods to reduce advanced glycation end products that are really quite damaging to the brain. And the hardest thing that we did was less saturated fat. And I am going to give it to you today, the facts about saturated fat and dementia. And I hope that you will keep it to the safe levels on saturated fat, because too much really can damage your brain. We also use quite a few supplements, very carefully chosen. As was mentioned, I am author of McGraw-Hill's college textbook, Vitamins and Minerals Demystified. So I chose not only the correct amounts, but the correct forms, used 4 antioxidant minerals that are needed by our own antioxidant enzymes to protect our brains. We used a mixed form of vitamin E, vitamin C, coenzyme Q10 in the ubiquinol form, folate, real folate, not folic acid, and vitamin B12 in the methylcobalamin form. We also use SAMe, which is normally made in the body. It has a wonderful effect in slowing or stopping the production of amyloid plaques in the brain. Not a bad idea. Now, unusually for America, we use 2 medical plants, ginkgo biloba and gotu kola. And these are both safe and effective, and many, many scientific studies have shown that. And I'll show you a few today.